So this visualization that we're activating today, Thursday, which is Spiritual Teacher Day, is meant to really be for the healing of the planet. So we have a situation where, which is going to work very much to the healing of the planet and the consciousness of humanity. And that situation is that radiation is a frequency of light. And we are taking that frequency of light radiation and upgrading that light to the higher light of the frequency of love and of peace, and in a way via sound and by light to radiate and heal the planet. That's part of it. The bigger picture, though, is this offers us an opportunity. Whereas the dark force is behind the radiation, as we transmute it, there's a variation on what you put out comes back, so to speak. But we're not coming back with exactly what got put out. What got put out was darkness. What's coming back is the healing frequency for healing the living planet Earth, and also for healing the consciousness of humanity. So that's what's coming back. So we're using this in a way then to really deepen the transformation energy for the whole planet. So we're taking advantage of what was created that was, in a sense, to damage the living Earth and the planet, and we're bringing it into the light. So that's the bigger picture. And that takes us from a negative perspective, we're fighting the radiation, into a positive perspective. We're transforming. We lift our vibration up and we transform consciousness. So it's interesting. There was a story about Chernobyl, that there are different groups trying to heal the kids. And only one group seemed to be successful. And when they interviewed them, the healers, the doctors and so forth, and healers, had understood that radiation was just the way we're talking about, was a dark frequency. And what they did is say, this is great, we're going to use this as our spiritual practice to upgrade ourselves so that we can create a frequency that resonates beyond the radiation destructiveness and into the healing of the planet. And they were the only group of kids that seemed to do well. So that tells you something, I think, very, very important, is that we really have this works. Okay, based on a little bit we have of that Chernobyl story, but as well as I'm going to say the deeper metaphysics of this is that it's still frequency and we're transmitting the frequency. And at the same time, we should be aware that the living planet does not want all its inhabitants, the plants, the animals, and the humans, to be eliminated. So as we resonate with the living planet, we're, in a sense, upgrading and protecting her children as the children of God. So that's kind of the overview. Now what we recommend is that everyone do this once a day at noon. Why noon? Because noon represents the heart chakra frequency going out to the whole world. And we're limited to just 3 minutes because everybody can do that wherever they are. Now, if you aren't in a room with these EE systems, either project yourself back into that room wherever you are, like what we're doing now, and remember that, or just, no matter what, project yourself into a space where the whole energy is amplified. So that's the format. It's simple but regular, because as we know, we have a situation where the radiation is still leaking. It's not a one-time thing like in Chernobyl. It's and the equivalent isn't just 6 nuclear reactors. It's 6 nuclear reactors, 6 spent rod ponds, which some people have estimated to be equivalent of 8 nuclear reactors. So there's a lot, and it's leaking out, and they're not really in control. Even as we speak now, here in April, that they are speculating that maybe in 3 months from now they may have some control over it. Maybe. And then I want to point out that just the other week, Chernobyl has raised, that whole area has raised, multi-million dollars. This is 25 years after Chernobyl, to really rebuild the container, because cement only lasts a certain amount of time. So literally 25 years later, they're having to rebuild. So this isn't something that's going to go away so quickly. And so our daily meditations not only uplift the planet in this time of 2011, but and deal with the radiation that's constantly leaking out, but it also is creating a broad band of light to shift the consciousness on the planet. So just 3 minutes on every day is what we're really strongly requesting. And do the best you can wherever you are. Just stop for 3 minutes and do it. Okay, so that's really good news. This isn't just a one-time thing. This is something it's really meant to work. And so we have the power to do this, and that's the thing to keep in mind. That's the thing to keep in mind. We have the power to make this work, to transform the planet and transform the consciousness of everybody living on the planet. So I thank you, everybody who's here in this room, but I really thank you for all the people around the world who choose to participate in this effort to shift the consciousness of the planet.